Hey guys, Lexi, welcome back to my channel. If you're a new viewer, thank you for watching, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for supporting. So today's video is gonna be a little different. It's going to be a mukbang and a girls talk. I never did anything like this on my channel, whether it was a mukbang or girls talk, so I'm kind of excited. So I have my food right here. Show y'all. Yeah. So I got hind legs, corn, potatoes, and mussels. So, and what was I gonna say? On my Instagram, I basically put up like the question box thing, and I said, I'm doing a girls talk video. So just comment any topics or questions you guys want me to talk about in a video, basically. So that's what I did. So I have the questions right here on my phone. So I'm just gonna go through them and eat and talk with y'all at the same time. Yeah, it said dealing with anxiety. So me personally, as a person who has social anxiety and just anxiety in general, that's one of the biggest things for me. And basically the way I deal with it, I realize you have to learn how to differentiate what's your thoughts and what's real. One thing I learned about anxiety is that a lot of it is thoughts, you guys. It's literally just thoughts that you just come up with in your mind, and then it just starts to mess with you. So I mean, I still have anxiety, but I feel like it's not as bad because I try not to get in my head so much. And one way I do that is journaling. Journaling is really good for that, you guys. I'm not used to this. Hold on. Yeah, journaling definitely, I feel helped me somewhat control. I feel anxiety is not something that you can just be alright, yeah, I don't have anxiety anymore. I feel everyone kind of has anxiety, but to an extent. Whether it's social anxiety, whether it's just anxiety in general, I feel everyone has some kind of anxiety to an extent. And I feel the only way to control it and not let it control you is to realize what it is. So I feel yeah, that's one thing, especially when it comes to social anxiety, because y'all, I can't do it. I can't do it. And that's why I feel that's why I feel it was kind of hard for me to even start my YouTube in the first place, even put it out to people. I ain't been had YouTube since I had my YouTube since my 9th grade of high school. Yeah, since 9th grade of high school. I never told anyone, not even family, no one, because I was oh my god, no. I just felt I was just so in my head. I'm what if they think I'm this? What if you don't like it? What if I got so in my head, and I realized that was one of my downfalls. And I don't want to be like that forever. I want to be a grown adult, always letting my head and my thoughts get control of me. Cause I feel one thing I've realized, if you want to be successful, you can't let a lot of things get to you. And sometimes we think it's the outside world, which is why we aren't getting where we want to be. But honestly, sometimes it's literally just you. And I feel when you realize that, you will overcome a lot of things. So just know, anxiety, a lot of it is really in your head, you guys. It's literally in your head, I'm telling you. And once you realize that, I feel you're able to control and decide, what you want to believe and what you want to feel, basically. Let me see the other question. So it wasn't a question, but a topic was self-love tips. So I'm gonna give y'all 3 tips, because there's I could go down a whole list of how to have self-love, but I'm gonna just give y'all my 3 that I feel is important to me or whatever. So the first one I would say is what's it called? The first one I would say is put yourself first. And when I say that, I'm saying it in the sense as one, I feel it comes down to little things such as getting your hair done, getting your nails done, doing laundry, cleaning your room, just taking a day where you just have like a whole day to just relax. Like, put yourself first. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, for example, like, before I used to think I had to like, before I believe in order for me to have my hair and nails done and stuff, I have to be going out somewhere. Like, I would literally wait until something's coming up for me to go get my hair and nails done. I'm like, you know, whatever. But when they say when you look good, you feel good, it's true, you guys. And I'm saying, you don't have to sit there and be like, you know, these Instagram models or whoever you see on TikTok and stuff, where you spend thousands and hundreds just to make yourself look good, feel good. You don't. Even if you want to press on nails, if you want to paint, just little stuff, you guys. So you do not have to go above and beyond to take care of yourself. Even when it comes to like pampering myself, one thing I do is I'll go to like Dollar Tree. Like, Dollar Tree has like a whole bunch of like little spa things and stuff to pamper yourself with, and I'll just take a day to just pamper myself, whether it's like giving myself like a little facial, whatever. I'll do that. And I also one thing for me that I noticed, I like to like clean, like having a clean space, just cleaning, making sure everything is nice and neat. I like that. I feel like it puts me in a nice headspace, and I just feel good about myself. So I feel like put yourself first. I feel like when you put yourself first, even when it comes to like relationships, friendships, family, like I feel like we tend to like cater to other person's need. We want to make sure, oh, I just want to make sure they're happy, I want to make sure this, I want to make sure they're that. But if you're not happy, all that is pointless, if you ask me. You have to make sure you yourself is good. So I feel like that's really, and like, don't let people make you feel like, oh, that's selfish, you need to care about yourself. No, it's not. Because the thing is, like, if I don't put myself first or whatever and not make sure I'm good, you're not gonna be good. It's just that simple. So, whew. Now, the second self-love tip I have is to accept what you cannot change. And I'm talking as in like, whether it's like a relationship thing, friendship thing, a family thing, something like with your insecurities, whatever it is. Even the past, I feel like the past plays a major part, because a lot of people tend to dwell on things like, oh, I wish I could have done this, I wish I could have done that. Yo, it's called the past for a reason. Like, accept it and move on. Accept what people have done to you. Just accept everything in general, whatever it is, whatever issue you have, accept it and learn to just move past it. I feel like there's a difference between accepting something and just saying, yeah, it is what it is, like just forget about it, whatever. I feel like before I never accepted things. I would just like for me, I feel like I realized I never really accepted things. I'm the type, I'll just act like it never happened, or I'll just not even try to think about it, whatever. Like, I'll just push it down, push it down, push it down, push it down. And that is so bad for you guys. It's so bad. And I feel like that's why people, because even me, you go fall into stuff like depression and stuff, because now you never accepted those things. You never addressed it. Nothing. You never felt through those emotions. So it's like, now when it starts to build up and it's time for you to actually feel it, and it's time for you to realize and stop being in denial, you're just gonna go down this like this spiraling hole. And then the last tip I have is to be real with yourself. And when I say be real with yourself, like, be authentic, be you, and just be honest. You know, a lot of people, what do you mean? Because I'm the same way. No one likes to accept their flaws. No one likes to admit, okay, maybe this thing about me is wrong. Like, I need to work on that. No one likes to admit it. Even though you may address it, that doesn't mean that you're trying to work on it. And I feel like a lot of people, they just address, yeah, you know, I'm this and I'm that. Okay, so what are they gonna do about it? And I feel like you have to be real with yourself, guys. Like, and it's hard, especially with social media, because everyone tries to put up, yo, you know what pisses me off? When people try to put up a front like, they're this perfect person. Like, they're so good to their core. They're such an angel. They never hurt nobody. They never done. Like, they're just such this perfect person. That really pisses me off, because like, no one is perfect. No one is a overall good person. You know what I'm trying to say? Because at some point in time, you're gonna be a villain in someone's story. But it's like, there's nothing wrong with that. The only thing that's wrong with it is if you sit there and try to pretend like that's not who you are. I don't like pretenders. I don't like pretending, because it's just like, people can see past that. People can see past that. So it's like, once you start to be real with yourself about who you are as a person, whatever, I feel like you can start to work on yourself. And as you work on yourself, you start to love yourself, because, you know, you're working on to be better. But if you're just gonna sit there and be in denial about who you are as a person, you're never gonna evolve. You're never gonna be better. So I feel like that's one thing. I feel like a lot of people will speak about that. Like, they'll say stuff like, oh, like, you know, self-affirmations, blah blah blah. But before you can even do anything, try to like love yourself and be better, whatever, I feel like you have to work on yourself first. And in order to do that, you have to be honest, you have to be real, you have to be you. You have to. So those are my little self-love tips. Those are, yeah. Okay, hold on. Ooh, this is hard, eating and talking. I don't know how y'all do this, because I can't. Okay. Another one is, do you believe in second chances? For the most part, yeah. I feel like it just depends on what a person does, but I do believe in second chances, because I feel like I said, I feel like over time, especially what I learned is, no one's going to be the same forever. People change, you know, as life go on, as they get older. You know, people learn new things, new lessons, and realize stuff about themselves. So I feel like it's okay to give second chances if the person is genuine. You know, if the person is genuine and they're really showing you like they're willing to like really change, and they are trying to change, and they did make those changes, then yeah. And I feel like it also depends on certain things too, because baby, some things you just not getting a second chance. I don't know, like, it's just some things to me, like, you just can't. Certain people you just don't deserve a second chance. That's it. I don't know what to tell you. But for the most part, I do believe in second chances. Another question is, how do you know someone's true intentions? I don't know if they mean like boyfriend girlfriend wise, or like friendship wise, whatever. I'll just say both. For the most part, if you're talking to a boy or girl, you don't know their true intentions, I'm telling you right now, they showed you their true intentions. I feel like a lot of people, especially when you're in the beginning stage of meeting someone, talking to someone, you kind of ignore the little flaws about them, because you feel like, no, like, no, we're still learning each other, we're still getting to know each other and stuff, you know, maybe that's not really them. No, that's them. That's them. And me especially, like, I tend to always try to like see the good in people, you know. I'm like, no, that can't be them, no, because they're like this and this and that, so I know that can't be them. I feel like people show you their true intentions from the jump, especially men. Let me put that out there, especially men. Please do not let these men out here fool you into thinking that they don't know what they want. Because men, especially men, are very simple people. They're very simple when you realize that, and they know exactly what they want. They know exactly what they want. No matter what they tell you, what they're doing, they know exactly what they want. And sometimes you have to take people for who they are, regardless of what they showed you, what they told you. At the end of the day, you have to take them as who they are, and what you see is who they are. And I feel like that's how you know someone's true intentions, honestly, from day one. So, and that even applies to friends. Like, if you feel like, oh, If you feel like they did something funny to you one time, okay, and they do something again another time, you're like, I'll just whatever, ignore it. They're literally showing you who they are, and you still continue to go on and forgive them. And they're not even showing you just who they are with just you, but they're showing you who they are with other people. One thing I realized about people, you can learn so much from a person, not only just from speaking to them, but also how they interact with others. I'm telling you, you can know a lot from a person just by the way they interact and what they do with others and how they talk to people and all that. That right there is enough for me to know who you are. I feel like people, now yeah, of course we have those people who can put on this facade and put on this mask and pretend to be someone they're not, but that mask can last for but so long. And it's like, even if they're not showing it, it could just be like the slightest thing they do that can that's basically telling you who they are as a person. You just can't ignore it. I'm trying not to ramble, y'all, so I'm trying to get through these questions. Next one is, what are your top 3 red flags in a guy? The top 3 red flags in a guy. Okay, one red flag is, some people might see it as an ick, but I honestly see it as a red flag. It's a guy who just be doing too much on social media. In a sense, like, they're posting too much, like, it is talking too much. Like, that's just a red flag. Because why do you want attention so bad? Man, like, you want attention. You fiend for attention. You like that. No, I don't. I feel like that's a big red flag. And I feel like men like that also be the ones who be the real pretenders out here, pretending to be this, that, and the third when they're actually not. So yeah, when they do too much for the social media, I don't like that. Like, when they be sitting there posting up like 3 a.m. in the car, talking about FaceTime. What do you, go home? Like, like, when they just be sitting there, especially, oh, I hate those ones who be sitting there just posting like freaky stuff all day. This is not Pornhub, sir. Please, like, like that's a big red flag automatically, because you already know once if they're trying to talk to you, you already know what they want. They're literally putting it out there. That's all they want. So yeah, no, that right there, that's a red flag. Another one, this always just gets me, is them guys, when you meet a guy or whatever, or like, you know, you're talking to a guy and he just does something to you and he's like, oh well, I'm this way because my ex in like 3rd grade really broke my heart, so I can never love the same again, and all this. That right there, like, don't get me wrong, I feel like there's gonna be one person in a person's life where they do change who you are as a person. Don't get me wrong, like, I've experienced that, where they could change you as a person, but that doesn't give you an excuse to treat people like shit. Like, they literally when they try to use that as an excuse to be a shitty person, no, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. That's a red flag. And it's like, bro, and it's always the ones from when they was like in elementary school and middle school. Like, what? Because the thing is, if that was like, now if it was a girl doing that, if a girl, you know, said, oh yeah, well, I'm like this way because of my ex, because girls, it's okay for us to sit there and just take BS from every man that we meet. But once a man meets a girl that's his match, once a man meets that one girl who breaks his heart, that's it. F everybody else. What? Why? First of all, people like that, they're miserable. I don't like miserable people around me. I'm sorry. I don't like miserable people around me. People who hold on to stuff like that, you don't need to be around me. Sorry, not sorry. Like, they just use that as an excuse basically to cover up the fact that they're a terrible person. That right there just gives me the ick. I hate that. Like, how can one person, whatever. Another red flag is a man who always is when a man always referring to women and stuff as the B word or hold this, stop that. That's a big red flag, because you have no type of respect. And that's how I'm getting females who allow their boyfriends to call them, oh yeah, my B, my this, what? Your what? Like, that is literally no type of respect. Like, and and it's like, if females would think that's cute, it's not cute. Like, he's literally putting it out to the world out there that he has no type of respect for you. I hate that. I really don't like when men always call women that. Like, I feel like that's really a big red flag. And those are the type of men who likes to put their hands on women and all that. I'm telling you, that right there is a big red flag. Sorry. All right, next one. When do you know your situationship is like over with? Why are you in a situationship to begin with? You know, let me stop. But honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I feel like when you meet someone, I honestly feel like 3 months is enough time to generally know about someone. Like, of course, you're not gonna really know someone. It takes a minute for you to actually know who someone truly is, but 3 months is damn sure enough time to know the general parts about a person. Like, there's nothing really else for us to be talking about or getting to know about each other. So it's like, after 3 months, what are we doing here? What are we doing? And it's like, if they're sitting around and they're showing you, and I feel like situationship is over when they're just dragging you along, right? Like, they want girlfriend benefits but not make you a girlfriend. Does that make any goddamn sense? That's like me saying, oh yeah, I want to get paid but I don't want to work. Excuse you? Like, no. No, I feel like after 3 months, and if they still just dragging you along or whatever, oh yeah, you know, I'm just not ready for a relationship, but you're ready and you know that you want them and stuff, but they're not ready, then move along. See ya. It's just that simple. And I know it's hard because, you know, you can really like the person and really want to be with them, but it's not worth your time, y'all. Like, one thing about it, my dad always told me, time is the most valuable thing out there. You can never get time back. You get everything else back but time. And what you're not gonna do is sit here and waste my time, okay? No matter what they're telling you, like, oh yeah, soon I'm just trying to figure things out, trying to just find myself. I don't want to rush things. But we were talking for 6 months. How are we rushing anything? No. I'm sorry. And I feel like I said, it ties back into knowing someone's true intentions. Like I said, men know what they want. Not even just men, but people know what they want. And if they want you, they're going to make it clear that they want you. It's really that simple. I'm telling you right now, people are going to make it clear that they want you. That's why there's people out there who, when, like, the first month, whether they're meeting each other, the man proposes. You know why? Because he knows that's what he wants. And then there's some people who've been in a relationship for 10 years, have a kid, all this, no ring. Because he does not want you. He's comfortable, okay? He is comfortable. And that's the problem. A lot of them, when you allow them to get comfortable, oh yeah. That's it. That's it. They're never gonna bring you into the next stage because you allow them right to get comfortable where they at. So what's the point in actually making it official if we're fine just like this, right? So yeah, no. I feel like for me personally, I don't have time for the games. I don't have time for the waiting around for the guessing games. No. It's either you want me or you don't. It's just that simple. And y'all can, and honestly speaking, like, if you're in a situationship, you have to literally sit down and put your foot down with that person and ask them, like, okay, what are we doing? I'm telling you right now, if you don't question them, if you don't ask them nothing, they're gonna think what they're doing is okay, and they're gonna say, okay, well, she has no problem with it, so what's the point, right? But yeah, and no matter what they're telling you, I'm telling you, actions speak louder than words, baby. Okay. Something you learned about yourself in the past year. Something I learned about myself in the past year, y'all, is that I'm more angry. And I don't like that, because if you know me, you know I am not an angry person. And I'm not saying angry in the sense where I'm just walking around. No. I'm saying angry in the sense that, like, I don't know, like, anytime I have any kind of emotion, the first emotion I feel is just anger. I just get so mad so fast. And I don't like that, because I'm not an angry person. You understand? But I feel like that's from me always holding stuff in, because I don't really ever address the way I feel or anything like that. I just keep stuff in and push along, and over time I feel like it just got so much. So it's like now I'm at this point where I don't know how to control my emotions, because I never had to deal with them before. So it's like now that I have to deal with them, I don't know, like, it's like I just get angry. I get angry, and I don't like that. But I also, what I realized, what I'm coming to realizing is, though, that's also part of, like, the healing stage. And I also feel like that's a lot of people don't talk about. Like, people think healing is just, oh, you're sad, okay, you get over it, and now you're good. But it's like, I feel like there's different stages of the healing stage. Like, I feel like there's, like, grief, you know, there's sadness, then there's this point where you just feel lost, and then there's anger. And I feel like a lot of people speak about anger, and I feel like me, I feel like I'm in a stage where I'm at this point where, like, I'm releasing all that anger, all that, just all the emotion that I was feeling. I feel like it all turned into anger, and it's like now that I'm addressing it, I feel like the only way I can release it is through anger. So, and I'm saying anger in the sense, like, when I get mad, I just get to yelling. I just get to, I don't like that, because that's not me. It's not me. But I'm learning that this is kind of like the consequences of my actions, for me holding things in and not addressing stuff. And it's like, also too, I feel like the reason why I get angry is because I feel like a lot of things now tend to, like, trigger me. Whether it's what someone does, what someone says, what I see, I just get triggered so fast, you guys. I get triggered so fast, and I don't like that. But yeah, like, I'm definitely working on it, because like I said, I'm not an angry person, and I know it's okay. Like I said, I'm not an angry person, and I'm not trying to just sit here and just be angry all day and miserable. And it's not, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying, like, I'm sitting here angry and miserable all day. I'm just saying, like, I feel like I need to learn how to control my emotions and how I respond to my emotions better. That's what I feel. Because I'm telling you right now, if you don't have any kind of control over your emotions, you're not strong. And it's going to lead to a lot of your downfalls. And I know me, in my life, I want to be successful. And I feel like in order for me to do that, I have to learn how to control my emotions. Oh no, that topic was finding yourself. I don't feel like I'm equipped to tell y'all how to find yourself, because I'm honestly still finding myself, honestly. But one thing I can say about finding yourself is, I would say one thing that I learned about finding myself is stepping out of my comfort zone. I feel like one thing about it, we get really comfortable in where we're at, what we're doing, and you can tend to lose yourself that way. And I feel like one thing I've been working on is stepping out of my comfort zone. Like, for me, for example, I'm a really shy person when you meet me. Like, people, me, I'm the type, you have to talk to me first in order for me to talk to you. I'm not saying it, like, in a rude way, but it's like, if I see a stranger, I'm not gonna go up to a stranger and say, oh, hey, hi. But if they come up and talk to me, yeah, I'll definitely have a conversation with you. But one thing is, I learned that you do have to step out of your comfort zone. Whether it could be like the littlest thing. Like, if you never try drawing, draw, see if you like it. If you never try going hiking, if you never try, even me, like with my YouTube before I never put it out there that I was doing YouTube. I never used to be making YouTube shorts and TikToks and that for my YouTube. I never did that because I'm like, no, that's too much. That's a little too much. Like, even just making a YouTube video itself was a little too much for me. But you have to step out of your comfort zone. But when you start to step out of your comfort zone, you find out what you like, what you don't like, and that helps you find yourself. You understand what I'm trying to say? And another thing too about finding yourself, I feel like over time you have to just be be authentic. I feel like that's really a big one right there. Be authentic. No matter what it is. No matter if you think people find it weird. No matter if, you know, you think people's not gonna like it or whatever. You think people are not gonna like you. So what? So what? And alright, I'm kind of done eating, so I'm just gonna answer one last question. And that's it. Well, it's the topic. But the last one is gaining confidence. I would say for gaining confidence is, one, don't compare yourself to others. That is like the worst possible thing you can do. And it's hard. It is hard because even I do it. It's really hard to not compare yourself, especially on social media when you're always seeing this, that, and the third. But I'm telling you right now, the only person that you should be in competition with is yourself. That's it. That's the only person you should be comparing yourself with. The old you and the new you. That's it. And it's like once you realize that, you tend not to care what others have going on. And let me tell you right now, social media, it's all smoke and mirrors. It's all facade. This whole thing, the world reality, it's all the matrix. And once you realize that, and I'm not trying to sound like one of them people, but I'm being so serious, like a lot of stuff that you see, it's not what it is. It's not real. And I feel like once you realize that, you tend to not care what other people have going on. And me, I'm trying to be better than how I used to be in the end. So that's all I care about. So I don't care what this damn third guy, how this damn third look. As long as I know I'm improving myself and I'm evolving, that's it. And I feel like another thing with gaining confidence is just me with gaining confidence. I feel like once I stop comparing myself, I feel like once you stop comparing yourself to others, you start to focus on yourself more and you start to work on yourself more, and that leads you into becoming into the person you want to be. And I feel like another thing with gaining confidence is like one thing I definitely don't do, y'all, I always been this way. One thing I do not do, I do not speak down on myself. Never once have I sat here and called myself ugly. Never once did I ever say, oh, I wish I looked like, what? You cannot sit here and you just can't sit here and tell me that I'm ugly. You can't sit here and tell me I should look like this, that, and that. You can't do that. You can't. And I feel like that is a major part in being confident. Do not ever sit there and put yourself down. Like, if you feel like you're the baddest bee out here, you're the baddest bee out here. No one can tell you otherwise. And I'm telling you, it's just that simple. Once you start getting that into your head, like, no, I know I'm this and I know I'm that. That's it. That's what it is. And the thing is, it's so weird because once you have that mindset, it honestly starts to radiate off onto other people, and other people see that and they will start to believe it also. I'm telling you, it will start, that energy will start to radiate and people will see and people will believe it. I'm telling you. Don't ever sit there and put yourself down. That's why I hate people on TikTok. I've been seeing these girls on TikTok like, I can never look this pretty. My hair can never, what, bro? Like, and I'm not gonna say what, because I know, like, you know, people really do deal with real insecurity. People really do deal with real insecurities and issues like that. But honestly, you guys, like, I don't feel like putting yourself down is the solution to that. Please don't, like, just don't do it. It's so detrimental. Oh my god. Like, just don't. You just don't. No one, everyone was here. Everyone was put on this earth for their own purpose. No one's here to look the same, act the same, be the same. You understand? Alright. So for the most part, I'm full. I'm done with my food. I had more questions, but I really, y'all, I can go on all night. I can really go on all night. But I'm not going to prolong this video anymore. If you guys did like this video though, comment down how some of you guys feel about some of the topics, what I spoke on, stuff like that. And if you guys did like this video, leave a heart below, and I'll definitely do another video like this, only if I see that you guys liked it, because I liked it myself. Only thing is, it's really hard to eat and talk at the same time and try to focus. But I definitely enjoyed this video, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications for every time I post. And watch out for that next video, y'all, because I got a little hauly haul. Yeah, I know I love my hauls. Got a nice little haul for y'all, so check out that video.